Hi, this is episode 1 of the Coronavirus Daily. My name is Ajay Poonia. Every day, I consume a fair bit of information about how the world is fighting the battle against the virus SARS-CoV-2. And through this series, I will regurgitate on video whatever I have consumed the previous 24 hours instead of on my Twitter, so that you can have a quick digest of what's happening and then decide how you can contribute in this fight. Hint, stay home. Remember, the truth may be bitter, but it must be told. At the very outset, a very important disclaimer. I'm not a medical expert of any kind, so whatever I say should not be considered as a medical advice. The day today is 23rd March, Monday. First, the uncertain. Two MIT researchers have found that the most coronavirus transmissions have occurred in cold regions, especially in areas with lower temperatures ranging from 3 to 17 degrees. Places where the temperature has been more than 18 degrees Celsius, there have been only 6% of the total cases, which is a huge difference. But hold on right there, because warmer temperatures may slow the transmission rate of the epidemic, but still not enough that there won't be an outbreak. What a bummer. Okay, moving on. Globally, there's been a massive hue and cry about testing. Countries like Germany and South Korea are believed to be ongoing case studies of controlling the spread of the virus. A big reason for that is the amount of testing they've done. We've been crying about that in India, and the US has been crying about it too. But because time is also a factor in this fight, there has been some consensus built around prioritizing testing. Should we test people randomly on the one hand, versus should we test people who are ill or are showing symptoms while being in the vulnerable category? It looks like at this point the latter category is winning. But I'm sure this is a theory that is going to develop with each passing day. Okay, now, this is something I've been watching very closely, and I'm certain I will be talking about it repeatedly in this series. The Olympics. Whether it's happening, not happening, postponing, not postponing. Following Canada, Australia has also pulled out of the Olympics. If it isn't postponed, means India has a realistic chance of winning that elusive hockey gold. No, I'm just kidding. The IOC has said that they've deferred the decision to defer the Olympics to mid-April. But before you think IOC is putting the lives of athletes at risk, here's some food for thought that IOC must be considering. 73.7% of all Olympians in history compete in just one Olympics. Just one. Their entire life. So Tokyo could be their only shot. And now for the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that you are watching this from the comfort of your home, and let's hope it continues to be that way for some time. Congratulations on doing your part to contain the spread of the virus. Social distancing works. I'm not saying it. Medical professionals fighting to contain the fatalities across the world are pleading to us. So please listen to them. It reduces the transmission of the virus effectively and lessens the impact on the already burdened healthcare systems. Speaking of whom, 52 Cuban doctors arrived in Italy to help Lombardy's outbreak control request. Cuba has a history of sending its army of white robes largely to poor countries. They did so in Haiti to fight cholera and in West Africa to fight Ebola. I'll put a quote here by one of the doctors on the mission, purely because this time of distress could do with some hopeful words. He who says is not afraid is a superhero, but we are not superheroes, we are revolutionary doctors. Bravo. In India, the ICMR said that 12 private lab chains have been allowed for COVID-19 testing. They now have 15,000 collection centers. The maximum charge has been capped, and that's at 4,500 rupees. After Jack Ma, Apple, Salesforce, and Facebook pledged to donating masks, closer home, Chairman of Mahindra Group, Anand Mahindra, has said he's announced a series of measures from converting the Mahindra resorts into temporary care facilities to implementing the production of ventilators at the Mahindra factories. Well done, sir. Great job. The bad, and it only gets bad from here. So a couple of days ago, when Donald Trump said 2 anti-malaria drugs, hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin, can be used as a coronavirus treatment, the demand for the drugs surged. Unfortunately, the worst happened, and 2 people in Nigeria had chloroquine poisoning. The anti-government protests in Chile and even in India have been going on for months, where peaceful sit-ins are now getting thinner and thinner. The thought being, first we need to stay alive and then we fight the world. Now, the ugly. If your anxiety got triggered listening to the bad, I would request you to avoid listening anymore. Okay, so now that you're still here, more power to you guys. First, the heartbreaking numbers. We have reached 358,803 coronavirus positive cases across the world. 15,433 people have died. 100,645 have recovered, while India has 467 positive cases and 9 deaths. And now, an indication of unexpected things that may soon become the norm. An Air Asia India pilot exited his plane when there was a suspected COVID-19 passenger, not from the door like the rest of the crew and the passengers, but from the cockpit window. Researchers at the Hong Kong University said that there was a large reservoir of SARS-CoV-like viruses in horse-show bats, and this is not even the ugly part. The ugly part is that they didn't say it yesterday or the week before. No, they warned us about the wet markets 13 years ago. 13. And finally, markets. In a first, New York Stock Exchange closed its trading floor and conducted trading electronically in a remote trading manner. And in India, the market tanked, bombed, if you please. Sensex posted its biggest one-day decline, down 4,000 points. Bank and auto sectors bled profusely, and so did investor savings. Before I go, the funnies from quarantine diaries across the world. With countries pulling out of the Olympics, if it isn't postponed, reminds me of an Indian Quora user asking some really significant questions. If all countries are affected by the coronavirus and India is the only country present, will all the gold medals be given to India? Goodbye. Wash your hands. See you tomorrow.